Okay, now we're going to talk about the proficiency portion. This is what some people have said is the fun part of my classes, and that's where we go to the gun range, and what we're going to be doing is what they call the proficiency portion of the training. Primarily what it's for is for me to make certain that you know how to safely operate the gun that you've chosen to be licensed with. Now, everyone knows when they take the class, for some reason, I don't know why everyone knows this, but they do. If you qualify with a semi-automatic, you'll be licensed to carry both semi-automatic or a revolver. If you show proficiency or shoot with a revolver, you'd only be licensed to carry a revolver. That's why most people choose the semi-automatic. But the semi-automatic has more moving parts and there's more things to do. That's why the instructor likes to see you be able to manipulate the gun, show proper safe gun handling techniques when you're out at the gun range. So what I'd like to talk about now is just how we're going to shoot when we get to the gun range. We'll go into the gun range and I'll check in with the range master there. Then when we go back to the shooting lanes, as you see here in the back, we want you to wear ear and eye protection. If you don't have any of that, it will be provided for you by the gun range. We'll go in and we'll set up the targets. What I'd like to do, if our class that we have right now is more than 2 people, we'll be shooting 2 lanes at a time, or 2 people at a time, because I would rather have more control over 2 people than setting you up with 3 or 4 or 5 people, because I want to watch how you operate your handgun. What I'll do is I'll stand behind you and I will tell you every shooting exercise how I want you to shoot. For example, the first series of shots, you'll have 5 shots in your magazine. You'll load 5, I'll watch you load 5. Come to the ready, always keep your finger off the trigger until I tell you to come to the ready. Then you can even half aim or fully aim at the target. I want you to shoot 1 round every time I tap you on the shoulder. And I'll give you 2 seconds to squeeze off 1 round. So we should do that 5 times. After that first series of shooting, which is called a 1-shot exercise, I'll show you this paper and it will say on here the second series will be at 10 shots. So if your gun can hold 10 rounds in the magazine, we'll go ahead and have you load 10 rounds. If you can't hold 10 in the magazine, that's okay. We'll shoot 6, then 4. This is going to be called a double tap. You'll shoot 2 shots. You'll have 3 seconds to shoot 2 shots. Every time I tap you on the shoulder, I want you to shoot twice. And after that series of shooting, it will be 5 rounds in the magazine every time of shooting after that. And I'll tell you, load 5, and then how we're going to shoot them. And there'll be various degrees of the number of shots every time I tap you on the shoulder. For example, the next series will be 5 rounds, 2, then 3. You'll have 4 seconds to get 2 shots and 6 seconds to get 3 shots. And I'll show you the paper that has that on there. I'll move your targets out the distance. We're going to shoot 20 rounds at the closest distance, which will be 9 feet or 3 yards. Then I'll move your targets out to 21 feet or 7 yards, and you'll shoot 20 more rounds. The last series of shots, the furthest away, is 45 feet, and you'll shoot 10 rounds in 45 feet. That's a total of 50 rounds of ammunition, or 1 box. Now, on the target, which I believe should be on the screen right now, there'll be the centermost area in the target is center body mass, and you'll get 5 points for shooting center body mass. There's outer ring will be 4 points, and then the rest of the silhouette target, you'll score 3 points, 0 points for outside of the silhouette. A total score, perfect score, would be 250 points. You can qualify with 70% of that, or 175 points. Good luck. Now we're going to go to the range and we're going to have some fun, but I always want you to be careful and keep your finger off the trigger guard and keep your gun always pointed downrange at the target. Thanks a lot.